Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. I see you because... Hell's... I can't even get through this intro today. I'm so tired. And now I'm in my head thinking, how am I going to get this fan? Do I bend over? Do I do the long, do I put my leg down and do the toe? Here, let's pull it over with the toe, shall we? I'm so lazy. Did you not know that? I'm so lazy. When you're so lazy that you have to use your feet. I am so tired today. You guys, listen, you don't even know how lucky you are. I am so tired today that I can't even get... Are you ever so tired you can't get through the intro of your video? Well, that might be a reason to shorten my intro, but not today. Anyway, now I'm so tired. Now I'm so tired. This is where other YouTubers from 2018, they get so nervous and they throw in 400 jump cuts and all that kind of stuff. We don't do that over here. We don't edit. How do I pull my leg back up on the bed and make it look kind of classy? You don't. There's no way to do that. Anyway, okay. Let's get back to the intro. Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back, and I'm tired today. I'm tired. Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm afraid to flip the fan. It's been so long since I filmed a video over here. I'm like, if I flip the fan and it falls on the floor again, then we're going to have to do the leg thing. It's a leg thing. Beast! Do I say that? I don't remember what I say now. Hey, guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Oh, peekaboo. I see you because... Oh, thank God we didn't have to do the foot thing. I'm YouTube famous now. That did not look good. Available! Not this year, baby, because I am too tired to be putting out albums, okay? I am too tired to be putting out albums. Let's see, when should it come out? Next summer. Summer, the album available. Summer 2026. I swear. No, it is. I swear it's coming out. Anyway, the album, Dad. Rock on gold dust. Peace. Woman. How are you guys doing today? Now, I am so tired. And I know that people think that I'm going to get on here and I'm going to be like, I am so tired because we have these two new little puppies and whatever. Now, the puppies have been great. The puppies have been great. Walter and Otis, they are so good. And they were fantastic last night. It's my fault. They slept next to me in the chair downstairs for 3 hours while I watched the first 3 episodes of Mr. and Mrs. Murder on Hulu because everybody's been telling me to watch this documentary. Oh! Okay, on my reaction, so I have a whole channel called Peter Watches TV where I watch TV shows, mostly true crime now, and I react to them. So if you like to watch true crime and then talk about true crime, come over there to my Peter Watches TV channel. I have a whole Instagram called Peter Watches TV where I post over there what I'm watching and stuff like that. So anyway, I've been starting so many shows. Y'all want to know what shows I'm watching? Okay, let me get into this for a second. So I've added a bunch of shows to the list. So my husband and I were watching Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Orange County. I still have not watched the last 2 episodes of 1,000 Pound Roomies. So I have to do that and do my reaction to that video. I love that show so much. Oh my God. Nisha's my girl. I love her so much. We DM sometimes. We DM sometimes. Anyway. Big Brother, of course, I'm watching. It's so boring this season, though, isn't it? I'm so over it. It's like, Riley, cry me a river. Okay, cry me... I don't want to ruin for anybody if you haven't watched Sunday's episode yet, but it's Tuesday, and now the next episode's out tomorrow. But, so I did a whole video on my channel over there about how I'm a casual watcher this year. I didn't even know there was a whole name to it, that there was a name to what I am, but I'm not reading the forums, and I'm not watching the live streams and stuff like that. I was saying this in my video, that my friend Tanya Jean and I, back in the day, we would go to a meeting, and then we'd get a fountain pop, and then we'd come home and watch Big Brother. And then, do you remember it was called, Big Brother After Dark, or something like that? Anyway, Big Brother After Dark, and then we would, listen to them, whisper. That's when you could, smoke on Big Brother, and people bring, cartons of cigarettes and stuff, and they'd sit on the patio and they'd smoke. And Tanya Jean and I, it was our ASMR. No, true it was asthma. We would, she'd lay on one side of the couch, because she had this L-shaped couch. She still does, but it's a different couch now, but it's still L-shaped. Anyway, so she'd lay on one part of the L, and I'd lay on the other part of the L, and we just, for hours, just listen to them whisper. I loved it. But no, this year I'm what's called a casual watcher, which means I'm not looking in the forums, because this is what happens, okay? If you get on the forums and you get the spoilers and all that kind of stuff, like Sunday's the head of household, they announce it, okay? But it really happens on Thursday after the eviction. So on Thursday, if you look up and you see like who's the head of household, well on Thursday night, you can find out like who's the head of household, who won veto, what they did, who's the replacement nom. You can find all that shit out on Thursday. So then there's no reason to even watch the show. There's no reason to watch the show. Now, what people say to me is, okay, that if you don't watch the live feeds and read the spoilers and all that kind of stuff, then you don't know how they're painting. They're like, Big Brother CBS is like painting a narrative that's not true inside the house, and they're giving people different storylines. Now, I know that that's true, okay? To be honest with you, I'm kind of in my I don't care era, okay? So when we go into this little video that I'm going to do here in a second for you about some things, I'm kind of in my I don't care era, okay? I don't really care what storylines they're painting. I don't know these people. I don't know them well enough. They don't know each other, okay? Like Ava, I love Ava so much, but every person that gets evicted, you literally would think that they had been her grandma for like, you know, since she was born, obviously. And she's like devastated at the fact that they're leaving the Big Brother house. Like Ava cannot contain her emotions, okay? It's like you've known them for 2 weeks. She don't even hang out with these people that much. She's always kind of like doing her own thing. So they all get so upset, and then Riley, he just lost his mind. I don't really care for Riley that much anyway, so I was kind of glad that, well, I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but if you watched it on Sunday, if you didn't, you're behind, so catch up. But anyway, I'm a casual watcher of this show, which means I just watch the show. And I'll tell you, it makes it much more fun. Because when you watch the show then, you know what, you don't know what's happening. So you're watching it like for the first time. Because last year, last couple years I've watched it, I was so bored. I was like, why am I even watching the show? Everything happens in the live streams. You know what I mean? Hold on a second, I'm gonna go let my lip gloss bake. Hope I didn't get a little toe jam on there from when I pulled it over with my foot. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, but no, so last night, my shows. Okay, so Big Brother, and then Life After Lockup just started, but I haven't watched the first episode yet. Came out on Friday. And then, then I started Mr. and Mrs. Murder on Hulu, and I finished the third episode. I've got one episode. It is so good. And so my reaction to that will probably be up tomorrow. I am like, it is one of the best true crime documentaries I've ever seen. I mean, ever. Probably in my top 10 best true crime documentaries I've ever seen. And then I started Revival, which there's only 7 out of 10 episodes out so far. So I've only seen 7 out of 10. It's about dead people coming back to life. Oh my God, I love them dead people coming back to live shows like Glitch that took place in Australia. I love them dead people coming back to live shows. I know somebody out there is like, what? He has a TV channel. Why is he talking about this one? Because I do. Because she do. Don't worry about it. Listen, I have been watching Ariana Grande impressions on musical impressions I've been watching her impressions all weekend. If you are so bored with this video that you don't want to watch it, go watch a musical impression of Ariana Grande. Or I don't know what to tell you. Her cat smiling videos. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about on my channel. So if it bothers you so much, first of all, why we get so bothered by something like that I'm talking about TV shows on a different channel. Maybe reevaluate your life, okay, if that upsets you that much. Anyway, but I know there's one person out there, they've already, now they're trying to figure out should they delete their comment or not, because they've already commented, you have a TV watching channel, why aren't you talking about it over there? Because I do reactions over there, and I'm just talking about what TV shows I watch over here. It's not that deep, okay, it really isn't. So then I'm watching, I started Broadchurch, oh my God. Why am I so late to that? It came out in like 2014 or something like that. It's got Olivia Colman in it. Oh my God, it's fantastic. I will not ruin that for anybody. I'm on season 2, episode 5 of that. It is so good. And then I'm watching Hightown on Netflix, which is really good. And then I'm watching Ozark. Ugh. I am so bored with that show. So many people, my husband, my friend Tanya Jean, everybody that I know loves that show so much. I cannot get into that show, okay? I am on episode 5, and I've been on episode 5 for about a month. I think it is so boring. And then I'm watching Outer Banks. It's kind of like Dawson Creek meets like Treasure Hunters, but it's kind of like 10 times more violent than that. And then it's about like rich people and like the rich people and the poor people that all live on the same island together. And then there's this girl, and she's kind of in the middle. But anyway, I like it. It's okay. But I'm like on episode 5, and I'm bored of that too. And then I'm watching The Strain on Hulu Disney. Is that the same thing? I don't know. But anyway, it is so good. It's like a vampire. It's like a vampire thing. But the CDC is involved and everything like that. And I'm on season 2, episode 2 of that, out of 13. See, I have a whole list right here. I keep all my shows, watch TV shows, all kind of stuff. So I got season 2, episode 2 out of 13. Okay? And then I started The Valley. I'm on season 2, episode 1 of The Valley. Everybody's telling me how good The Valley is this season. I don't see it, but anyway. And then I got Secret Lives of Mormon Wives to catch up on, Next Generation, and then Virgin River and Grey's Anatomy. Those can wait just a little bit. But anyway, so last night, my little pups, they slept next to me downstairs while yesterday was such a nice day, can I just tell you? My plan was to get up and film videos on all my channels, and I just didn't. I didn't at all. I just laid in bed and napped. My husband was home yesterday, and I just laid in bed and napped. It was such a fantastic day yesterday. And so I was like, well, you're a YouTuber, maybe you should make some videos today. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I laid down there and I watched Mr. and Mrs. Murder, and the little pup slept next to me. But here's the problem, okay? I was only going to watch one episode and I was going to go to bed. Because, see, I had a doctor's appointment this morning at 8 a.m. Now, if you've watched me for any period of time, you know that I don't go to bed usually until about 8 a.m. No, true story. Between like 5 and... I usually go to bed between about 5 and 6, okay? And so, me scheduling a doctor's appointment at 8 a.m. Well, here's the thing, okay? So, my doctor... When I go there, they tell me to get there 15 minutes early, okay? And then they don't even take me back for 45 minutes. And then they let me sit in a room for another half an hour. And then the nurse practitioner comes in and she asks me 400 questions. And then she goes, let me go find him. And then she comes back 20 minutes later and he asks me the same. And then the appointment's over. And then they tell me to schedule it in 6 months, but they don't have it scheduled up for 6 months, so I can't schedule it. And then they told me, today they said that they only need to see me in a year. So they said, call back in June. I looked at the guy, I said, do you think I'm going to remember that? I looked at the guy at the front counter, he just laughed. I said, do you think I'm going to remember next June to call in for this appointment? But anyway, so, because I always try to schedule all my appointments ahead of time. But my husband took me this morning, so we left the house at 7:30, okay? Well, I kept on pushing these episodes last night. I was like, I'm going to watch me one more episode. It is so good. Well, at the end of the second episode, the main woman that they interview through the whole thing, the very last thing she says, oh, my friend Nikki and I, we were watching it together. What'd she say? Because I said... Oh, she's texting me right now. She asked me how the babies are doing today. But anyway, hold on. I said to her, I said, how are they going to fucking end it that way? Oh my God. And she put, this is where the good stuff starts. Because that's what the woman says at the very end of the second episode. And I said, I had to start the next episode. I was going to bed. No, true story, I was. I was going to bed, but I had to stay up and watch the third episode. It is so good. Mr. and Mrs. Murder on Hulu. It's so good. My reaction will be up tomorrow on my Peter Watches TV channel. Today, I'm going to do either P.I. Wives or Storm Area 51. They're these train wreck documentaries. So anyway, but how are you? I'm just sitting here talking about myself. How are you doing? Woo, baby, it's hot. Hotter than a sinner in a church on Sunday. Baby, I ought to know. It is hot in this house today. Why is it so hot? It wasn't earlier. But anyway, how are y'all doing today? Did you guys have a good weekend? I had a great weekend. This weekend, well, just hung out and took care of the pups and stuff like that. Sunday night, my husband and I and like 5 of his girlfriends and their fiancés, because they're all getting married this year, we went and saw Rufus Du Sol. One of our neighbors was so nice to babysit the pups this weekend. It was real well on Sunday night. But anyway, and so we went and saw Rufus Du Sol on Sunday. And then, yeah, I've just been relaxing and watching shows and stuff like that. I feel like I finished a show. Now I gotta go in here and I gotta see what shows I finished. Well, I finished that Hunting Wives show. So I'll be doing my reaction to that. What else did I finish over here? My 2025 watch TV shows. Oh, Broadchurch Season 1. Poker Face Season 2, I finished. Trainwreck, Storm Area 51. Oh my God, the Sherry Papini Caught in a Lie documentary, the 4-part documentary. I already did my reaction to that. I watched that. Real Housewives of Atlanta, we finished, and The Hunting Wives. And then The Strain, Season 1. And her last broadcast, already did my... Anyway, you don't care about this. Because it's not a TV watching channel, right? Anyway. So today, I was like... Last night I put up on the Instagram... I was like, what do y'all want me to talk about over here today? Okay, I was like, give me some ideas, because I haven't made a video in 3 or 4 days. And I haven't really kept up with, like, the Jeffree Star and the James Charles of it all, if you want to know the truth. I've been watching my little cute puppies, like, run all over the house and things like that. So, I haven't had time to keep up with the James Charles of it all, you know what I mean? But anyway, so, you know what, I was just thinking yesterday, because I was, like, looking through, like, YouTube and whatever, and every time I look up, people have got it, like, in there. So, I was like, I haven't made a Toddy Westbrook video in a while. And I, like, went and looked at her channel briefly. And then I, like, went and I looked at Robbie DeChristy's video. You know, people, when I make a Robbie DeChristy video, people will say, I mean, there's people out there that make videos on the same people every single day, which do what you have to do, I guess. But anyway... I would get kind of bored of that, I guess, but I don't know, obsession is a disease, I heard, and a cologne by Calvin Klein. But, anyway, so So I went over to look at Raw Beauty Christie's. Like, whenever I make a Raw Beauty Christie video, I get like 4 or 5 comments from people that say, you are so obsessed with Raw Beauty Christie, you make videos about her all the time. I should actually keep like a counter. I get the same thing on Toddy Westbrook videos. I should keep like a counter in the corner of like, you know, a counter, like a timer, on the corner of each of my videos, one for Toddy and one for Raw Beauty Christie, the last time I made a video about them. Because it's been probably, well, Toddy, it's probably been a month. Christie, it's probably been 3 months that I made a video on her obsession. Anyway, that's like 1 video every quarter. Like, I think that's pretty fair, don't you think? But anyway, I don't really, to be honest with you, really want to watch a Raw Beauty Christie video to have to cover it. So she's safe right now. Should we just even go in here right now and see? I saw that she said she did some Q&A about, am I going back to church? And I thought, did you ever leave? I didn't know. I thought you were going to church all along. I didn't know, and I don't really care that much about it. But anyway, Raw Beauty Christie, let's see her last videos that she did. Her last video, Raw Beauty Christie, get ready with me testing new makeup. Oh, I thought she didn't want to do makeup anymore. I thought she was over the beauty stuff. She decided that wasn't getting her no views anymore, so she decided she's going to go back to the, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Like I would guess about anybody else, but God, if I say it about Christie, it's okay. Now then that was 5 days ago. She's still getting the same views she was getting when I did her last time. Well, I didn't do her. I didn't do Miss Christie. No, I didn't do her. I did not do, that's no, listen, I've done no women, okay? I'm a gold star, baby. That ain't no diss to Miss Christie, okay? I didn't do her. I want to make that very clear before somebody puts up a video and says, Peter done Raw Beauty Christie. I didn't do her. She don't claim me. Listen, I didn't do her, okay? I didn't do her like that. Anyway, am I still going to church? Okay, and she's painting a mug. I kind of, in all honesty, like, I have my issues with Christie, but I love that she throws up a video called, am I still going to church, only having 1 kid, and painting a mug? Painting a mug, like a coffee mug, or painting your mug, girl, okay? And she's got that sunflower hat. I think you call it some flower, what's that, sun hat? She's got that sun, I want to move them all together. She's got that sun hat in her, what has she got in the thumbnail? Q&A. Disneyland? What about it? It sucks. Disney World's where you want to go, Christie. Don't you know that? Disneyland takes about a half an hour to get through the whole thing, okay? Pasadena is not the city. I'm just telling you right now. Disney World is where you need to go. Okay. I'll answer her questions for her right here. Only having 1 kid? I don't know. Is she? Is she still going to church? Do we care if she's still going to church or not? Was she not going to church for a while? I don't know. Then she did, 2 weeks ago, glamming my niece and answering your questions. Oh, that's kind of a sweet video. How I helped my anxiety and finally got relief. See, now I struggle a lot from anxiety, so that's a video of hers I probably would watch. I probably will watch that video. I didn't even know she had put that up there. I haven't watched, she cut her hair again. Cutting my own hair and chatting about live. She is forever, she don't have enough money for a hairstylist. Sweetie, I will send you a Groupon, okay? Christie, I will send you a Groupon, okay? For haircuts for you or something like that. Because you are always doing videos cutting your hair. But you know what's so interesting? Those videos do pretty good. I wonder what questions she answered about herself. Where was the last video that I looked at? Oh, you are being deceived, undisclosed sponsorships. Because I just did a video about that. That was 2 months ago. That was the last video I looked at. I don't even know the last video of hers I covered over here. The last video of hers I watched was 2 months ago. Because somebody sent me something about her merch collection, and so I went and looked at it. Okay, because I can see on here because there's a red line at the bottom. That's the last one that I watched. Her best viewed video is Let's Chat, GLP-1s, influencers in line to their audience, 87,000 views. Well, Christie, I have a question. Like, not answering any questions that your audience asks, is that considered lying by omission? I'm just asking. Anyway, but I haven't done it wrong. I guess the last video that I did of hers is what I miss most about making dramatic makeup content. That would have been 3 months ago. That was the last video of hers that I covered. Anyway, is she still going to church? What church does she go to? Did y'all see those TikToks about I-Town Church in Indianapolis? People keep on sending this to me. Okay, so there's this church in Indianapolis. Now, I mentioned this in a video, and somebody reached out to me, and they're like from Alabama or Georgia. And apparently this I-Town Church, which if you drive down the interstate on the way to the casino, I haven't been to the casino in forever, but it's on the way to the casino. I-Town is like this huge warehouse, okay? It's one of these like new agey Christian churches with like smoke, like really smoke and mirrors, and no, you know, and they have like do a lot of singing and dancing and you know all that kind of stuff, and they have like rock bands and all that kind of stuff, and then they have like shuttles because the parking lot is so big, and then like they have shuttles that take you like you know from the parking lot into the Christmas service and stuff like that. I think the pastor drives like a Jaguar SUV or something like that. Because he's for the poor people, you know what I mean? But anyway, but there's like 4 of them here in Indianapolis. I've actually known quite a few people that go to I-Town Church in Indianapolis. But this woman on TikTok is saying that I-Town kidnapped her daughter. Now, I don't know if she means like her daughter started going to I-Town. Now, the I-Town church, and if anybody that you know that goes there, because I always say to people that, I'll be like, what church do you go to? And they'll say I-Town. I go, oh, the one, they don't like gay people there. That's not true. They've literally posted in the Indianapolis Star, the newspaper here, like his sermons where he's talking about gay people and things like that. That's not true. That's not true. I-Town, no, it's not true. But anyway, I've been watching this gal's TikTok, some of them. And I think that it's like, I don't think they really like kidnapped her daughter, but I could be wrong about it. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that deeply. I've thought about it though. I thought about it, you know, because I'm kind of wanting to cross over into true crime a little bit. So anyway, but she is doing these like, you know, that what's that one woman that did the 442 TikToks about her ex-boyfriend or husband or whatever that scammed her. Anyway, she's kind of doing one of those deals about the I-Town church. And so she said her daughter was kidnapped. I think she means like her daughter just started going to I-Town and now like she don't see her daughter anymore because that's kind of what happens. It's very culty. Well, I was going to do, and it's massive. It's massive and it's very culty, okay? Like if you said that to anybody that goes to I-Town church, they just kind of like look at you like you're the crazy one. Okay, like if there was, you know, like how we want to like use the word like narcissist on like all, like people, like he's a narcissist, she's a narcissist. Like if there was a church that was a narcissist, it'd be like I-Town church. Okay, but anyway, I'm almost kind of afraid to even say that. It's like I'm trying to like put myself in danger in Indianapolis. Like I do the Fox Hollow Farm stuff. I do like the missing bodies turning up into retention ponds, and now I'm talking to I-Town church, talking about I-Town church. Like if I go missing, I can tell you right now, either has to do with Fox Hollow Farm, it has to do with the missing men that are showing up in retention ponds left and right, or it has to do with I-Town church, okay? Now, I'm going to put my bet on I-Town church, okay? I'm just saying right now, so if I turn up dead or missing, okay, you know where to look. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. This is a joke. This is a joke. But go check out her TikToks. Go check out her TikToks. But anyway, I was going to make a whole video about that, but I was scared. I was scared for my life, you know what I mean? Because I've seen movies. No, I have. I've seen those movies about those religious cults and things like that. My cousin loves them. To this day, she still talks about the Under the Banner of Heaven, about the Mormons, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, but Under the Banner of Heaven was like before, it was the LDS church, not the FLDS church, which is, what's that guy's name? The guy that, all the women that, like, they were married to him. He had like 432 wives and they were all married to him. It's real sad. What's his name? Well, I can't think. Jeffs or whatever. Anyway, that guy, you know, that's still ruling the church from prison, he was FLDS. Anyway, not to be confused with what Sister Wives is. And anytime I say FLDS, they always say, they're not FLDS, they're AUR. They're not nothing, okay? The Sister Wives don't go to church. None of them go to church. Cuddy Brown don't go to church. None of them Sister Wives go to church. Okay, let's not get it twisted. But anyway, and then what is Miss Toddy, her last video? Christy's doing okay on the videos. So anyway, she's painting mugs. She's painting her mugs and she's painting other people's mugs. Okay. And her niece and everybody on there. All right, that's kind of cute. So anyway, Miss Toddy, what's she doing over her channel? Okay, selling stuff probably. Waterproof makeup, best and worst. She came for my job. Oh, she's got some little girl on it. I don't know who that person is. I don't know that lady. She looks like she's 4. Oh, 6-year-old Mua. Okay, we have 6-year-old Muas now. That's why you shouldn't have bought your kids vanities for Christmas. They all think they're Muas now, okay? That is, Miss Toddy bitter about that? I have to watch that video. 104, she's still getting good views, 104,000 views. I mean, not like the millions she was getting, but these products did me dirty. Bad bin fail. I want to look on here and see if she listed any of them in her Amazon links, is what I want to see. Because if they all did her dirty, then why would she ever have any Amazon links? She probably wouldn't, would she? Oh, she doesn't, does she? Oh, no. Nope, oh my God, she doesn't. Does she have not one thing underneath there? Oh, what I'm wearing, her top. You can get it at Saison Francisco top. Gotta link something, don't you, Miss Toddy? Giving away $17,000 in free beauty products. How did I not know? I could use $17,000 in free beauty products. Well, all right for Miss Toddy. She's still doing pretty good. She's getting between 100 and 130,000 views a video there. Now, this one from one day ago, waterproof makeup, best and worst. Oh, James Charles just did that video, didn't he? Now, that's a video you might want to do at the beginning of summer, I think. You know, didn't just James Charles just do that video, though? And he was jumping in a pool? Somebody sent that to me. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to that, but we're going to look it up. I haven't looked at James Charles' channel, and I don't even know. It's a month of Sundays. What's he doing over here now? Trying viral snack foods from who'd care, girl? Oh, here it is. Does waterproof makeup actually work? 10 days ago. Miss Toddy, are you copying James Charles? Oh, that's kind of sad, honey. Oh, honey. He got 825,000. You're sitting at 33. His thumbnail is pretty good, though. I'll say that. He went to Disney. He tried every food at Disney World. He got drunk at Disney World or something? I saw somebody say. I don't know anything about James Charles these days. Exposing the worst 5-minute craft makeup hack. He's still getting 800,000 views. Well, he's the only one on here besides Miss Toddy that posts regularly. Painted artistry canvas palette reveal. Oh God, that's his worst viewed video on here. His worst viewed videos are Morphe, I'm Taking Back What's Mine, and his artistry canvas palette reveal. So what that says is nobody is interested in his selling of makeup. They're only interested in him doing these viral foods from TikTok shop hack. And okay, and I guess the makeup one. Does waterproof makeup actually work? Is this the one? Let me go in here and look. Is this the one where he jumps into a pool? I swear I saw one where he jumped into a pool or something like that. Pool of Fools is probably. Oh, did he go back on the full coverage podcast? Is that is what he's showing? No. Why does he always wear that gown? It always looks like he's doing an interview in a pageant with that gown across him like that. Is that like, you know, that? Oh, he does jump into a pool. Oh, here he is jumping into a pool. I can't even watch that with his. James Charles board shorts went out in 1985. I'm sorry to tell you that, okay? He's always got those board shorts on and a blouse, okay? It's like somebody's grandma. You ask somebody, you know, their grandma to go to the public pool, you know, where you can get nachos, you know, deep fried, and like the deep fried foods, and then you can also get like, I love the food at a city pool. Oh my God, I do so much. But also you can get like my mom loved the frozen Snicker bars and stuff like that. But you know, you see like that one old lady, and she don't want to wear like a real bathing suit because she's so self-conscious of her body, baby. I get it, okay? I am self-conscious of my body too. But then she wears like the real long shorts and then like, you know, the bikini top kind of thing. Not the bikini top, but you know what I'm talking about, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about. Why can't I think of what that's called? Anyway, that's what whenever he's like, unless he's like, you know, he's got his BBL hanging out and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, what's this video about today? Not Toddy Westbrook and Robbie DeChristie. Oh, or James Charles and Jeffree Star. So I put up this Q&A last night. What time are we at? Are we at the 27-minute mark already? Holy hell's bell. I was gonna make this a real short video today and everything. Oh my God. Okay, so I did this Q&A on Instagram and just asked y'all what you want me to talk about. Because I'm trying to get back into kind of like the groove of things, if you want to know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to kind of get back into the groove of things. So I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about, okay? Well, they were kind of like, I got a lot of people that asked me about 3 specific things, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you what the 3 specific things are. Well, and then there were a lot of people like that said, well, somebody said the same 5 people we love watching you talk about. Beast, they said. That was a cute one. Somebody said, hold on a second. What's this? Oh, a lot of people ask about the dogs. People are like, drama between the pups. There's no drama between, they're getting along great. Somebody said, oh, I forgot what the 3rd one was, and I just remembered. Okay, a lot of people were like, who cares about the drama? We'll listen to you talk about anything all day long. No drama, just montage of the puppies. Everybody's asking about wanting to see the puppies and stuff like that. Well, they're taking a nap right now. So anyway, but the 3 things that people wanted me to talk about, okay, were the Sidney Sweeney American Eagle. Is it American Eagle? I had the article pulled up because I kept on seeing it all over the internet this weekend. I was, oh shit, I got out of it. Hold on a second. Okay, Sidney Sweeney. It's American Apparel, isn't it? It's American Apparel. Okay, Sidney Sweeney, because I just read the article on NPR. Anyway, so here it is. The ad campaign that launched 1,000 critiques, Sidney Sweeney's jeans. So these were the 3 things that people wanted me to talk about. Are you ready? Okay, number 1, people wanted me to talk about Sidney Sweeney and the ad campaign that came out apparently last week that everybody's losing their mind over. Okay, that was the first thing. The second thing that people wanted me to talk about was Adam McIntyre's touring experience with, I think it's called X1 Touring Company or whatever. And he just started a podcast. He just started a podcast with his Good Judy. I have not watched it yet, but it's on my list. Like I said, I've been really busy watching Ariana Grande musical impressions. She's so good. Did you hear her do Celine Dion, The Wheels on the Truck? Oh my God. She is so good. I could watch that video over and over and over again. Anyway, so I don't know about that, but I've seen him post all of his like Instagram stories and talking about it and stuff like that, but I don't really know much about it. So I'm going to watch that. So I don't really have much to say about Adam McIntyre and his touring experience. I hear that it did not go well. So I do know that because I've kind of like watched like on Instagram. I'm the only place I am at anymore is Instagram and sometimes Facebook, but I don't follow him on the Facebook or anything like that. I only follow, you know, like anyway, my good Judy's that I went to high school with and things like that. And my family and all that. But anyway, and then the 3rd thing that everybody, well, some people talked about Jeffree Star and Manny MUA, so I'll answer those things. But then everybody was asking me, I mean, more than I usually get, people were asking me if I would cover Girl World, and talking about Amberlynn Reid and some gal named Emily. I don't know who that person is. The camera stopped. We were at the 30-minute mark right while I was talking about Amberlynn Reid and Emily. I don't know. Who is Emily? Is that Amberlynn's? There was Wifey. I kind of stopped at Wifey. So I don't know who Emily is. Is that like another ex of hers or something like that? Somebody was saying about that. So anyway, let's get into, should we get into this? Okay. So I read this whole article because I didn't really understand, if you want to know the truth, the whole Sidney Sweeney thing. Now, if you don't know who Sidney Sweeney is from Euphoria. I just watched her in that movie, Echo Lake, with Julianne Moore. I love Julianne Moore. Anyway, I just watched that movie with her. I don't really know. I mean, I see things about Sidney Sweeney and things like that from time to time. She was in something else that I watched. I can't remember. But anyway, this was this huge deal. So I didn't really understand the whole context of it, so I'm going to read you a little bit of the context. The ad campaign that launched 1,000 critiques, Sidney Sweeney's jeans. And this is from National Public Radio. I felt like we should give them some attention, honestly. As much as the news media serves to inform the public, we're also here to give you something to talk about. Learning about the world around us provides the connective tissue for spirited interactions and growing deeper bonds with each other. What are you going to bring up at the dinner table to get the conversation flowing? Did you read that article everybody has been talking about too? What is all this? Who or what is it? This week, it's Sidney Sweeney and her controversial ad campaign with retailer American Eagle, in which she stares into the camera with her baby blues and whispers, and this is where I did not understand the depth of the story, okay? She whispers, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue, she says. The video has since been removed from American Eagle's social media channels, but can still be found online. What's the big deal? Everybody's asking. The company's creative choices have prompted some to say the ad campaign promotes eugenics, a discredited scientific theory popular among white supremacists that the human race could be improved by breeding out less desirable traits. Others are saying the uproar is the culture's response from a society hell-bent on sexualizing women. That's what I initially thought that it was really about, because I think Abercrombie, in response to this, put up a more body appropriate ad, and then I think Dunkin' Donuts put out an ad. All these people are throwing up ads in retaliation to this. And a lot of people are taking issue with the hypersexualized nature of the ads, especially since the company says the ad campaign is supposed to raise domestic violence awareness, a cause Sweeney is passionate about. 100% of the purchase price of the jeans will be donated to Crisis Text Line, a charity that offers mental health service. Very nice. Very nice. The original video was posted last week on social media, part of a campaign that focuses on, well, American Eagle jeans and Sweeney's famous figure wearing them. Does she have a famous figure? I mean, I don't know that if I saw her in a line, I'd be like, oh, that's Sidney Sweeney. But I guess she does. I don't know. In several other clips, Sweeney talks about the jeans she's wearing or teases the viewer about the camera lingering on her chest for too long. But the video that caused this discourse is the one embedded above, in which Sweeney recites a monologue that plays on the word jeans, G-E-N-E-S, instead of J-E-A-N-S. Laden with controversy. The public ad campaign that referenced genetics at this moment, when President Trump's White House has pushed hard to slash diversity efforts in the federal government and target immigrants, was already tripping some alarm bells for viewers. But if that wasn't enough, the monologue within the newer ad is also a nod to an infamous Calvin Klein campaign 1980 that starred a then 15-year-old Brooke Shields. And they have the ad underneath here, which apparently YouTube has no issue with because it's still up there. For Shields' ad campaign, the source of the backlash wasn't so much a lesson on genetics, but more the overt sexualization of a minor in advertisement, with some of it labeling it child P. In her 2023 documentary, Pretty Baby, oh my God, I've always wanted to watch that documentary. I never have. Because back in the day, I remember that movie, the Pretty Baby movie and Blue Lagoon and all that kind of stuff. Do you remember that with Brooke Shields? Shields took stock of how damaging this public perception was to her development and noted that she was so young at the time, she didn't even understand the innuendos in the ad campaign. What are people saying? Some people are mad, and others are mad that they're mad. The internet is an incredibly diverse place. Is that not true? Immediately after Sweeney's campaign went live, many on social media noted that they felt the language behind the ad felt promotional of eugenics and expressed discomfort and disdain. And then they have this tweet here that says, damn, I thought you were joking, but that Sidney Sweeney ad really does say genes determine personality. Our culture is absolutely cooked. Others are saying people are overreacting, that they're too woke, and the criticism is coming from triggered liberals. Vice President Vance even chimed in on the matter during a recent podcast interview. I don't really care. NPR's Mia Venkat spoke to Sarah Bannett Weiser, Dean of the University of Pennsylvania's Annenberg School for Communication. Whew, can you imagine asking where your kid's going to school next year? Well, Sally's going to the University of Pennsylvania's Annenberg School for Communication next year. No, Bannet Weiser noted that the idea that sex sells has always been a golden rule of advertising. 100%. We know that, right? Sweeney has become known for taking roles or partnerships where her sexiness is the center of attention, and she gets a lot of flack for that. Well, I'm not a huge Sidney Sweeney fan, but I do have to say that one of probably the most, and I hate this word, but anymore I do. Well, kind of. But anyway, iconic. I mean, it's so overused. I just bought a new icon hat, too. But one of the most iconic scenes in television ever is when she's in the bathroom in the show Euphoria, and like, her sister says, or her friend says, I think, why are you dressed up to audition for Oklahoma? And she goes, do I look like I dressed up to audition for Oklahoma? And her friend goes, you better fucking be joking. I love that line. It's an attention economy here that is focused on her, Bannet Weiser said, but it is also about the profitability of anger and profitability of hate. That is what it's really about, I think. And we see this over and over again. So what now? The brand stock soared immediately in the wake of the viral fervor, but it's still too soon to tell if the company will see any real benefit from the ad campaign. On Friday afternoon, the retailer released a statement addressing the controversy, saying the campaign is and always was about jeans. Jeans. Sweeney's jeans. Her story will continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE jeans with confidence. Their way. Great look. Great jeans look good on everyone. Sidney Sweeney has great jeans. Is and always was about the jeans. Her jeans. Her story will continue to celebrate how everyone... Okay. Sweeney's representatives did not respond to NPR's request for comment. Sweeney's flood of commercial gigs has remained steady with her growing profile. And then there was something else about, it came out that she is a registered Republican, which is what everybody is apparently like really upset about. Well, what's interesting to me about this is that, did we not already know that Sidney Sweeney was a registered Republican? Because I remember like 2 years ago that there was like a huge issue with like, she was at like a family function and there was like, all these people had like the MAGA hats and like that was a big deal with Sidney Sweeney. So if that's the case, and I do believe that that came out like 2 years ago, if that's the case, then I wonder if is it American Eagle? If American Eagle specifically hired her for this ad campaign because they knew that they were going to get people all upset about it, and then use this language to even get a more woke society already upset, is kind of what I'm thinking. If you really want to know what I really think about this is what I really think about it. Okay, I don't care that deeply about Sidney Sweeney. I didn't realize anybody even shopped at American Eagle anymore, or that their stores even existed except for in outlet malls. I thought they were kind of like just one step above Rue 21. So I didn't realize anybody even shopped at American Eagle anymore, or that anybody really cared. And maybe that was their intention of this, is let's piss off a bunch of people, and then the people that get pissed off, then the other side, okay, like then all of the conservative people will be like, yeah, let's go fucking shop at American Eagle. Go fucking shop at American Eagle. You can get me a pair, no matter where I stood politically, you couldn't get me in a pair of them jeans, okay? I don't care how good I looked in them jeans. You couldn't get me in a pair of them, okay? What do I think about this? I think there are 100 million times. First of all, I'm not surprised, okay? I'm not surprised, and I think shit like this is deflection tactics, is what I think, okay? I think this is deflection tactics over, let's look over here instead of where we should be looking. I think there are 100 more, and I'm not minimizing, okay? I am not by any means minimizing what is going on with this ad campaign. I think it's problematic as shit, okay? But I also think that in the world that we live in, not just in the United States, but all over the world, okay? In the Middle East and all over the world, there are 100,000 times worse horrific things happening in the world, okay, than this. So that's what I think about it. Everyone want to know what I got tons of people asking me what I thought about the Sidney Sweeney. This is where people want me, to be like, just whatever. This is what I think about it. I think it's a deflection tactic. I think we've seen deflection tactics like this for years, okay? Where it's like, look over here, let's all get focused on Sidney Sweeney being in this ad campaign for jeans that she probably got paid $1 million for, okay? I don't care about Sidney Sweeney that much. I don't care about this much. Number one, American Eagle jeans, and gonna make me buy them, okay? And it ain't gonna make me lose my mind over it, number two. I'd rather lose my mind over some real shit, okay? Does it surprise me that a jean company that is trying to get people all upset about this nods to something that has to do with the basis in white supremacy? Not at all. Not in our culture. This shit doesn't surprise me. It's every fucking day that we wake up that I see this stuff. That's what I think about it. I think we need to be focusing on the real shit, okay? And this deflection tactic stuff. That's what I think about that. So that was the main thing people wanted me to talk about. And then they wanted me to talk about that McIntyre. And then people wanted me to talk about, I got so many questions about Miss Amberlynn Reid. People are like, where is it at? Hold on a second. Would you consider covering Girl World? Amberlynn Reid. Somebody asked me about Amberlynn Reid. Somebody said something about, where is it at? Amberlynn Reid and Emily. Who's Emily? I don't know that lady. I don't know Emily. But I don't know anything about her. Okay, then somebody asked me, oh, somebody wanted AITA. So here it is, Sidney Sweeney being a registered Republican. Somebody asked me what I thought about that Sidney Sweeney jeans ad. I got a lot of questions about the Sidney Sweeney thing. I'll tell you what I think, okay? This is what I think. I think I'm going to read you some meditations today that I found online that really inspired me, okay? And this is what I think. I think that love your fucking life. Take pictures of everything. Tell people you love them. Strike up conversations with strangers. Do the things that scare you. Screw it. Because so many of us leave this world and no one remembers a thing we did. Make your life the best story ever told. And don't waste it. I decided long ago that I cannot implement change in the world if I choose to live in fear and panic 24 hours a day. So that's where I choose. I don't choose to live in that. I try to do the best I can to be a positive change towards the world a little bit, one moment at a time, by sharing pieces of my life. And hopefully it'll catch on and somebody will hear that. That's what I think. So anyway, Girl World, would I cover it? I would. I don't know enough about it. I've explained this so many times with the Amberlynn Reid thing. If I do an Amberlynn Reid video, okay, like I don't even know what her last video is. Let's go in here and look. Amberlynn Reid. If she still posts videos, or she just do live streams? Well, actually, I did look a couple days ago because when I posted, maybe it was, and it was like a 2-hour live stream, and I was like, who's got fucking time to watch her live streams of 2 hours ago? Amberlynn Reid saying she's single while being with Tommy. Oh no, this is not, this is a commentary channel. Beanbag and a curry? I've never even heard of that. That's what pulls up when you come up Amberlynn Reid. Where's her channel at? Streamed 1 day ago. 2 hours and 12 minutes? Amber, girl, I'm sorry. I do not have time for that. 4 weeks ago, she's just doing live streams. Oh, she's just doing live streams again. Something is wrong with me. New diagnosis says, baby, you need to check yourself into the Mayo Clinic. Because I feel like every time I look up, she's got something new going on with her. In a situationship, she went like that. And the real reason people are obsessed with me. I mean, I could venture a guess as to why people are. Do you guys want to know? Here's a true story. You want to know? Okay, I'm just going to start saying some names because I don't really care. Loie Lane, Shane Dawson, Trisha Paytas back in the day. All those people. Maybe not Trish. No, I think Trisha Paytas did. All those people back in the day, when I would talk to them, they would all say the one person they watched that they were like could not stop watching. I don't think Trisha did. I do know Loie Lane said it to me, and I do know that Shane Dawson said it to me at one point, and there was somebody else that said it to me. They all watch Amberlynn Reid. They like all like they're like. And they would say, like, all of our friends watch Amberlynn Reid and are, like, obsessed with her. And this was, like, I mean, this was, like, 2016, 2017, you guys. So, I mean, I don't know. Why are they obsessed with you? Why are they obsessed with you, Amberlynn Reid? Let's look at her titles. Unhinged, DoorDasher guy update, a bag, okay. Dating me comes with this harsh reality. What's that, I wonder? Stepping on the scale, pasta recipe, and my new goal weight. Getting hit on by my DoorDasher. Someone sent me flowers. That's from a month ago. I'm back. Where have I been? I wonder, does she just do live streams? Okay, lives. I don't know what to do. 169,000 views in 1 day, and it's over. Reacting to my ex-girlfriend. We have been in. Okay, so basically, Amberlynn Reid, all she does is she just like, is she just trolling? Is that all she does now? Like, let's just talk all about the drama. I mean, this is the thing. You could do that. Like, anybody could do that. I want to make this real clear. Like, anybody, you could turn your entire channel. I think this is, like, one thing we don't talk about with this, right? Like, I see channels that do this a lot, okay? And they always are kind of behind the guise of, well, I'm telling my side of the story. Or I'm just sharing my truth, okay? Well, I don't know. I think, to some degree, a lot of it is playing into the drama of it all. Because you think the drama is what is like feeding the views, okay? Or feeding the attention. I think at some point, like, we all have a need to be heard. We all have a need to hear our story. But when every video you're making is feeding in to the negativity and the hatred, then you've kind of crossed over. I think the thing about it is, though, at times that I've been online that I have received, like, a lot of negativity or whatever, like, mentally, it's pretty stressing. It's stressful. I can't imagine, like, that being your job. Like, your job being feeding into the negativity every single day. And I mean, maybe Amberlynn just gets used to it. I don't know. But I think, like, if you walked into your job every single day, okay, whatever your job is, every single day, and everybody that you worked with hated you, and you hated being there, and you didn't want to do it, and the only thing, okay, that got you through it, and you had a choice, okay, it wasn't like you didn't have a choice. Like, there's a million other videos that she could do that would still get her good views, and you had a choice, and you didn't have to be in this position, okay? I mean, she could hire... You know, she could hire a nutritionist, she could go do this, she could do that. She's never chosen to do that. She's been offered reality shows, on and on and on. So she chooses this. It's not like she's stuck in this position where she has to do this thing that she absolutely hates, okay? She chooses this. I think that's one of the things that we need to discuss with Amberlynn Reid, is that she chooses to do this. Okay, she could do a lot of other things. So imagine going into that work environment every single day where you just leave there and you're just drained and you're so it's like so negative and you feel like everybody dislikes you. I mean, not just dislikes you, but hates you and doesn't believe you and whatever. I don't honestly know how she does it every day. I don't know how you separate that at some point where you feel like, because it's not like Amberlynn, I mean, is she a character? I don't know. But, like, it's not like you step away from it when you turn off the camera. I mean, for me, I'm making a video talking about people, whatever. It's easy for me to turn off the camera. You know, I think it's different when you're talking, like, with her. I mean, my vlogs are lame, okay? I mean, I'm talking about TV shows I'm watching and what the puppies did last night. You know, I mean, my vlogs are lame. But if your videos that you're doing and you're talking about personal stuff every single day and it's getting so many people heated, I mean, I honestly, let's look at some of the comments underneath here. Amberlynn Reid. Let's see. I think it's interesting her channel doesn't pull up first when I look her up. Why people are obsessed with her. Let's see what people say on here. Okay. No weigh-in equals gain. And there were 7 replies to it. For sure, we need to do a mass unsubscribe. They've been saying that for years. Nobody's going to do that. I have a high pain tolerance. You said that with your whole chest. I don't always make excuses, but I have a lot of reasons for the way that I am. And these are members. She's got that under her members thing there. Oh, one of her members says on here, obsessed, has there ever been another person this delusional? And it has 35 likes on it. Imagine not having 60 seconds to weigh yourself once a week. Your 30-minute work week must be incredibly exhausting. Busy. I mean, every comment is negative on here. Should I do a video where I just read and respond to her comments and I'll watch one of her videos? I'll watch her. Okay, if people want me to do Amberlynn Reid, I'll watch her newest video and I'll respond to her comments is what I'll do. And I'll be as fair as possible. So that's the other thing. Okay, then people wanted me to, somebody asked me on here what they say. Something about Manny MUA. What was it about Manny MUA? They said, will Manny MUA ever be something about him being a Manny and Jacqueline L'Oreal ad? I don't know anything about that. Something about him being relevant. Where was the question? I know I saw it on here. I'm like skimming through these. Meghan and Harry. I don't give a shit. I think people that are interested in that are Borisville. Hold on a second. Somebody asked me on here, I can't find it, but Manny MUA still being relevant. And I'm like, oh, how long will Manny MUA be relevant? Well, last time I looked, he was getting pretty good views on his channel, wasn't he? Hold on a second. Manny MUA. Manny MUA. It's so weird that none of these channels... Oh, his pulls up. Okay. Manny MUA. I spent 500... Because, 11 days ago was his last video? So he's doing like 2 videos a month. I spent $500 on a full face of Ross makeup, not what I expected, 74,000 views. He's getting the same views as Toddy. He's getting good views, 108, 116, 117, 153. Here's the thing, the real truth. I miss watching Manny. I just can't anymore because I just cannot, I don't know. It's not, I think people think it's like he follows James Charles, I unfollowed him. It's not just that. I started seeing when I watched Manny this, I mean, it was just such a coattail rider kind of mentality that, like, I will do anything to stay, like, in the limelight. And I don't respect that. Like, what I liked about Manny was that he kind of did his own thing. Like, he started his own business. It was a family-run business. He did a lot of videos with his dad that I respected and I liked. And, like, I really liked when he came out, the comment where he said, and I know a lot of people joked at it, but my social blade might be in the red, but my personal life is in the green. Like, I thought that was such an authentic statement that he just didn't give a shit anymore. And then what I realized was he really does give a fucking shit. He really does. Like, he really cares what people think about him. And I understand, like, living online, you do care to some degree about that. But not to the extent where you're, I don't know, like when you kind of see behind the veil of Oz and you realize that that person that you kind of liked, maybe they don't have the moral compass that you thought they did, because I don't know, when I talked to him and he said, if you knew James behind the scenes, and I said, there's literally factual evidence, Manny. Oh, well, you know, and I was like, oh, this is, I don't know, I can't with that anymore. But it seems like he's doing pretty good. Let's look at the Full Coverage podcast. How's it doing anymore? I'm sure they haven't covered James over here. See, I haven't been on here for a long time, so we're just getting, okay. Full Coverage podcast. Full Coverage podcast has less subscribers than me. Okay. Avery Woods tells all. This is a juicy one. 4 days ago, 39,000 views. David Dobrik's vlogging cash grab and Coldplay CEO affair. 10 days ago, 53,000. Their views are bad. Their views are real bad. Brooke Schofield speaks out about, I mean, for several million viewed people with podcasts. Do they even have a podcast that's broken at that 100,000? Oh, Remy's wedding drama and Alicia's mole removal journey. 114,000 views. They have a couple, yeah. God, most of their videos do bad, though. I don't see any other here where they talked about their good friend, James Charles. Anyway, they're getting okay views. And then the last thing that people wanted to talk about was, hold on, let me get the question. Something about, I think they just said Jeffree Star on Amazon is what they said. Jeffree Star going to Amazon. So I was like, is this for real? I didn't know anything about it. I don't watch his TikToks, but I did go to his Instagram story. Hold on a second. Do I still have it pulled up over here? Hold on. Jeffree Star. And he does have it on his Instagram story right here. I know you can't see because of the light. Let's turn the volume. Where is it at?
Good morning. Hello, is this thing on? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we have a very special announcement. Yes, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, one of the most fun, artistic, and disruptive brands on the market, is finally available on Amazon.
Okay, so what do I think about that? I'm really honestly kind of, oh there, come on light. I'm really honestly kind of surprised that he's going to Amazon. When I went and I looked, because I went and looked on Amazon to see, hold on a second, I have it pulled up right here on Amazon. It's not that many products on his Amazon store, unless I'm looking at something wrong. He's got like his highlights, Jeffree Star Cosmetics 24 color skin palette, the Magic Candy color corrector. The only thing I thought was interesting on here is a Scorpio palette is on here. And it is 60, well, I guess there's options. So you can go in here and you can buy like different eyeliners and things like that. His Scorpio palette is $62. Is that the amount it is on a Scorpio palette, Jeffree Star Cosmetics? I want to see Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because I thought all his palettes were $52. Oh no, it's $62 on Beautylish. Okay. So I guess it is $62. Anyway, I thought that was interesting that was his only palette over there. I don't think Jeffree Star financially is doing very well. I don't like, and I want to say this when I said this, because I said this in my video the other day, or a couple weeks ago when I did this. Like, Jeffree Star going broke looks different than like Peter Monn going broke or Judy Smith going broke. Okay, like going broke to me is like, how are we gonna pay the electric bill? Jeffree Star going broke is like flying coach, okay, or not taking private jets anymore. I think that's the difference that people don't understand. So when you talk about like Jeffree Star going broke, that's really what you're talking about, right? And I think that sometimes people don't understand that. I think he's really hurting for money. I said this a while ago. I mean, he's starting to diversify where he's selling. I think in the next year or two, like, this is the other thing. Jeffree Star says stuff, and then it never happens. Like, he kept on promising new music, and then he put out the new music, and he put out remixes of the old music, and it was bad. It wasn't good. Then he said he was going to do this, like, sex site. Well, that never happened. I mean, that was, like, in November. I mean, it's been almost a year since he made those claims. There's no sex site. He said something behind a paywall. There's nothing behind a paywall, period. Unless you're talking about selling your shit on Amazon. There's nothing. He said he was doing his makeup to get destroyed on camera. That has never come out. So there's another lie of Jeffree Star's. He said he wrote an autobiography. He said that like 3 years ago. Where's the autobiography? Where's the books? I have known people, okay? I mean, I've known people, covered people. I mean, Christine Woolery of the Sister Wives, I mean, she wrote an autobiography, announced she was writing the autobiography, had it published, came out, has been on book tour, so have many other people, since he said that he wrote and finished the book. So where's the book? You know, he makes all these claims, and it's really, to be honest with you, it's like, when you look at like 2016 and making these claims of I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and some of them didn't come to fruition, they were kind of like just joking kind of lies. But when you're almost a 40-year-old CEO and you have to make lies up about relationships that you're in and say that, oh, this person I'm dating, but then it's all just like because you're on a podcast, and fly people out there, and I mean, all of it is really, really pathetic to me, okay? The Amazon thing, I think he'll make good money on Amazon. I think people will go over to Amazon that probably wouldn't go to Jeffree Star Cosmetics, or they'll see it on there, or maybe he'll find a new buyer base. I don't know. It's interesting to me the choices that he has on his Amazon thing. It's not like his whole inventory. So I don't really know. Like, I don't really know what to think about any of it. But anyway, what do I think about all of it? I don't care. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that stuff in the comment section below. I love you guys. If you have any topics you want me to cover over here besides Amberlynn Reid, but I will do the Amberlynn Reid video because I think that'd be a fun video to do. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.